Welcome back to The Avenue, and on The Avenue, we give you information to help you make better decisions for a better life, because I truly believe that your daily decisions determine your destiny. And today, I'm super excited. Today, we're nearing the end of the year, and there's some things sometimes that shake us a little bit. There's some events that sometimes happen in our lives that just give us a wake-up call, right? And the message for today, for me, as well as for you, is that no one is coming to save us. We're going to dive right into that next. That wake-up call. It is truly amazing what a wake-up call can do for some of us. Sometimes we've been hearing something for years and years and years, and we never take action on it. But an event will occur in your life, and you just all of a sudden you get a wake-up call. It could be you're expecting a child in your life. It could be someone passing away. It could be a job loss. It could be any kind of event that will kind of shake you a little bit and make you realize that if anything is going to happen, it's going to be up to you. And then when you get that wake-up call, you need to answer it. We all have these days and these times. It's fourth quarter. And in fourth quarter, we need to look back over the last 11 months, myself included, to see, am I where I said that I was going to be? Am I where that I really want to be? Is there something I could have done differently? What do I need to change in my life? I need to assess my current situation, because if I'm not where I want to be, and I've been doing some soul searching, some mind searching, some spiritual searching to see if I'm where I need to be. And if I'm not, what do I need to change? And what do I need to change starting right now? I cannot wait until 2025. I need to start it today. So I'm asking you to assess yourself, because the bottom line is some things, you all, nobody is coming to save you. Financially, if you dug yourself into a hole, nobody's coming to save you. You did that. You're responsible for it. And so it's up to you to make certain changes in your life. So assess where you are. Where are you with your bills? Where are you with your budget? Where are you with your emergency fund? How's your spending going on? Do you still have some things in your life that you should not be doing with your money? Buying certain things every week, every day, just out of comfort, but you really can't afford it. How are you with your credit cards? How much do you have on your credit card? What kind of interest rate are you paying with those credit cards? You can change all of this around, but it starts with you. No one is coming to save you. And so we need to look at these things and assess our current situation to see what we want to change before 2025 even gets here. The next thing I would encourage you to do is to go ahead and prioritize. What is the one thing that you need to start with? It could be that credit card. You could have a credit card that you've charged up to your limits, so you can no longer use it because it's hit the limit. And that's the only reason that's keeping you from using that credit card. What do you need to do about that? Pay down that credit card, get it up under control, get an emergency fund in place and pay down that credit card, because, if they were to call everything due, or they could start raising the interest rates that you're paying on your credit cards. Don't think that they can't do that. All they have to do is just let you know that we're going to raise your interest rate from 26% to 29 or 33, 35%. And guess what? You're stuck paying it because you cannot pay that credit card off. What is your priority right now? That's what you need to start working on. And if it is a credit card, sit down, and because you need to get a budget together so you can start shifting money over to that credit card. And the only way that you dig yourself out of a credit card hole is to stop spending on the credit card. If it means cutting it up, if it means putting it in a bucket of ice water and freezing it, if it means giving it to someone that you can actually trust, or putting it in a safety deposit box somewhere so that you don't have access to it, and then going on all of these Amazon and all these other places and deleting your number from off of there, because we know you don't have to have a credit card to use your credit card. The number is there, it's saved. You just have to have the code on the back of it, sometimes your address, your zip code, and you're off to the races. So do this for yourself. If it is your credit card, that's the thing that you need to focus on. It could be an emergency fund. you've been trying and trying and trying, and you just can't seem to get that $1,500 or that 1 month of an emergency fund that can kind of free yourself so you can sleep a little bit better at night just in case something happens. Sit, and it all starts with a budget. Again, you have to sit down and make out a budget to see where can I get a little extra money to put over for my emergency fund. Either you cut back on expenses or you increase your income. Those are the two ways that will help you accomplish some of these financial goals that you're looking at. But prioritize what is the immediate thing that you need to do. When you have that wake up call and you know what it is. I can't tell you what it is. I know what it is in my life that I need to do and what I'm going to start focusing on, because sometimes I get a little bit uncomfortable with what I have going on financially in my life. There's some things, some more properties that I want to buy, right? And so there's some more money I need to generate in order to get these properties. I need to start working on that. I need to start moving forward with that. So there's some things that I need to do also. So let's get on this journey together and solve these problems. We're in fourth quarter, like I said again, but let's start today with focusing on the thing that, we need to focus on. Let this be your wake-up call. Now, like I've said on various videos, it all starts with a budget, and I'm not going to back up from that. I'm going to stand 10 toes down that you need a budget. So it could be as simple as sitting down at a desk with a sheet of paper, listing out all your bills and what you're paying on them each and every month. And then seeing how much money you have coming in, seeing if you're going to have anything left over. If you're not going to have anything left over, or if you have more month than money, you need to start looking into either some extra hours on the job or another part-time job or some type of side hustle to generate income. You need income. Sometimes you need to cut back on the spending. Sometimes you need more income. Sometimes you need to do both. But this is the way out. Don't count on winning the lottery, because it's probably not going to happen. People have been trying and trying and trying. Don't count on a huge inheritance dropping down on you from somewhere, from a rich aunt or uncle, because that may not happen either. But you need to count on yourself. What can you do? What can you do physically? What can you do mentally to generate more income? What can you do to stop the spending? Stop the bleeding and bring in more income. Then you can make an impact on some of these things. Because let me tell you, when you don't have monthly bills, you all, as far as credit card knocking on your door, these car payments, these loans, student loans, or whatever kind of loans you have knocking on your door, you are freed up with money. And then you can go out and buy what you want to buy and pay cash for it. If you want to save up and get a nice watch, you can do that and pay cash for it. You're not strapped. So if something were to happen to your job, if something were to happen and some stream of money cut off, guess what? You don't have to start selling anything or anything because you don't owe anybody anything. So let's keep this in mind, but it will start with a budget. You can sit down, have a budget on a spreadsheet on the computer. There are apps online that you can have budgets on. I've done many videos talking about budgets and how to make them work for you. Make a budget that's realistic though. Don't start with a budget that you know that you're not going to meet, because the budget that doesn't work is the one that you're not going to keep, right? So you have to have a budget that you know you can stick to. Start small. And even if you're saving $5 extra, $10 extra that you can put toward a bill, that's a start. But generate some income, because you can figure out how soon you'll get out of debt. It's a mathematical equation. First, it starts up here with your mind seeing yourself out of debt. But if you owe $1,000, you know in 10 months you'll be out of debt if you pay $100 more toward that $1,000. You'll be completely out of debt. So it's not hard to figure these things out. Figure it out and then jump on what you need to do, cut back on the spending, make more income, and then you'll be on your way to a better life with better decisions. Now let's talk a little bit about an emergency fund. That will be in your favor, because that will be your security, your safety net, your security guard if you had of an emergency fund, because something more than likely while you're trying to pay down debt, while you're trying to gain more income, is going to happen. And there you have it, another expense that you don't have the money for. If you have at least $1,500, because if you think about it, if you get some type of automobile expense that comes in, there's very little that $1,000 or $500 will do for you these days and times. We know what the inflation has done to us all. And so I would say start with at least $1,500. After the $1,500, go and try to you can start paying down your bills once you get 1,500. But after that, and you pay off a couple of bills, you may want to go back and get at least 1 month of expenses. That way you can sleep much better at night, because if something were to happen, a loss of a job or something like that, you can manage more easily because you'll have at least 1 month of total expenses that you can pay while you're looking for a job or while you're just working with your side hustle income at that time. So an emergency fund is critical. Let's not overlook the emergency fund. And I know I'm throwing a lot of things at you, but these are things when you get that wake-up call that you need to start focusing on. Some of you are doing a great job with paying down your debt, but you don't have that emergency fund. So if something were to happen, guess what? You're pulling out that credit card again, and it's going on the credit card, which is only going to increase your debt again because you don't have the money set aside to take care of that. And sometimes with the things that we're saving for, if we have high bills, but we're saving to go on a trip somewhere, we probably need the extra trip out and take that money and put toward the bills. If we're saving to go have fun with the girls or buying, some shoes, some purses, some golf clubs, going somewhere and doing some things like that that's going to cost a couple of $1,000s, but you have debt, you probably need to put that on hold. Listen to what I'm saying. You need to put that on hold, get the debt paid off. That way you can go on these trips. You can still go on the trips later on when your debt is paid down. But if you're in so much debt, let this be your wake-up call. You don't need to do that. We don't know what's going to happen next year with taxes. We don't know what's going to happen next year, when we get the new president in. We don't know what's going to happen. So it's up to you to be more concerned about your house than you're concerned about the White House, and take care of business for yourself. My concern today is that you hit that like button and that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on the latest information as it becomes available to you. I'm here trying to bring you this information to help you become a better person, because it's all about evolving as the person that you're becoming. Once you get into a certain frame of mind, that's where you are, and then you'll start doing things differently. Your activities will change and your life will be better. Your decisions that you're making will be better, and that's where we're headed. So make a comment if some of this is resonating with you. Hopefully this is your wake-up call. 100%, I am a student of finances. I want to know as much as I can about certain things, and I'm researching some things right now that once I get it down, I'm going to bring them to you. I'm going to start investing in a few different things, and I'm going to tell you some things that's been going on as far as my finances go. But we all need to continue to learn about finances. Don't cut yourself short without knowing about taxes, without knowing about the stock market, without knowing about real estate investment, the things that you may be interested in. Read something sometimes. You can go on YouTube. Stick with this channel because I'm laying it out for you. I'm giving it to you so you can go and research it yourself, but I'm bringing it to you, letting you know exactly where to find it so that you have that available to you, your options as far as what you can think about investing in, whether it's stock, whether it's a CD, whatever it is, bonds, anything like that, are good investment tools. Go check them out for yourself and then make that decision for yourself. But we need to stay up on the financial education, because as tax rules change and things like that may be changing in the future, we want to benefit from whatever's out there for us. Not knowing is not a good excuse these days. They used to say ignorance of the law is no excuse. Well, I'll say ignorance of finances, because there's so many avenues that you all could learn this, things that you can read, get on YouTube University, books that you can buy, you can get on Yahoo Finances. There's all sorts of outlets these days that you can get on and find out information and compare the information that you're finding across the channels. So it's just very, very easy. We're almost all on a level playing ground, you all. I should not know much more than you guys know. I do, because I study a lot. I follow people and I do the things that I need to do so that I'm up to date. So if I get a tip on something, I check it out and it's for me, I want to move on that. That's what I want to do. So financial education is so important. And with that being said, make sure you follow this channel, because I'm bringing it to you, and I'm bringing it to you every week, every Tuesday. I'll be here. Now, for any of this to work, for all of this to work, you need to be committed to yourself. And I'm asking you right now to make a commitment to yourself. No one has it all together. even the people that's making the billions and billions of dollars, they're still strategizing and finding ways to either make more money or to protect what they have. So we have to think about this and make it a priority, just like your health should be a priority, just like being spiritual should be a priority, your faith, all of that should be a priority. Your finances, the thing that keeps the lights on, the thing that keeps the bill people away, should be a priority. We use money every day. Whether you do anything else every day, you're going to use money. Turning on lights, running water, all of that, going to the grocery store, we're using money. So we need to know about money. So we need to make a commitment to ourselves that we're going to be committed to doing the very best job we can with our income. And like I said, if we don't have enough income, let's look at ways of getting more income, raising the income up. Things are out there. People are doing things, and it may not be a long-term thing. You do it for a couple of months, get out of debt with one bill, and maybe things will come back under control where you can just survive off of your job. But you want to get to the point where you're not only surviving, you're actually thriving in the finances, and you can sleep at night and things will just be brighter for your future. You'll have options. You can decide on things and do things a little bit differently. Now, I do want to encourage you before we leave the video and let you know that your financial future is in your hands. The decisions that you make with your finances is totally up to you. This is, we have the saying, it's not about me, it's about someone else. Well, this time it's about you and your decisions that you make, because you can get yourself into a better financial position or you can get yourself into a worse financial position. But you're going to make those decisions. Each decision that you make will move you closer to the goals that you want or will move you further away from the goals. Being able to take ownership for your financial decisions is maturity. And so that's what we need to do. Those are decisions that you're making, and it's either moving you in the right direction or it's moving you in a different direction. So I'm here to tell you that be encouraged that you can do this. Your financial future is in your hands, totally in your hands, and only you can shape it and make it go in the direction that you want it to go in. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video.